Welcome to Wednesday Webinar Live by Disruptive Focus. In today's session, we are going to talk about a very interesting topic on how to avoid yourself from crypto scams by Ahmed Odeh, managing partner of MIL Law Firm. How are you, Ahmed, today?
Hi, Stella. I'm doing fantastic. How about yourself?
Yeah, doing great. And welcome to the studio.
Thank you. What a beautiful studio this is.
Okay, so before we start, let me introduce today's guest speaker. So Ahmed is an entrepreneur, leader, educator, and a practicing lawyer in Dubai. He manages MIL Law Firm and is an active content creator in social media. He has a goal of helping people understand and access law to retain their rights. Before we start, let me remind you that this is a 15-minute live session, and there will be an allocated of 10 to 15 minutes Q&A towards the end. If you have any questions, please type them into the comment section anytime during the presentation. In case you experience any technical issues, please check your internet connections and refresh your browsers. And now I'll hand you over to Ahmed.
All right. Thank you very much, Stella. We have 15 minutes, so there is a lot of content to unpack here, and we have to get started ASAP. So I have sent out a few questions as a poll, which was done over LinkedIn recently, just a few days before. And it was basically 3 questions that were asked. The first one, have you been asked by unknown sources to buy crypto? And the second one is, have you ever been scammed in crypto? And the third question was, are you using any decentralized exchanges? I'm not saying Binance or KuCoin, I'm saying decentralized exchanges. So we got the poll results, and I wanted to share them on the screen if it's possible. If not, the first question, the answer to that was, the question was, have you been asked by unknown sources to buy their crypto? The answer was yes, a resounding yes. 75% of people said yes. So that meant that probably during the bull cycle of crypto until November of last year, probably everybody was solicited to buy some random crypto or NFT. Not surprising. The second question is, have you ever been scammed in crypto? And an interesting 33% of the results, people said yes, and 67% no. The third answer, this was unexpected. When I asked how many of you are using decentralized exchanges, 83% of you said yes. So that is actually a shocking response. I means that we have experienced investors in this listening in. So that's a good thing. All right. So let's begin. Now, before we even start with how to prevent yourself to actually, from crypto fraud, let's talk about a bit of an overview of what we're going to be discussing here. So what is it about crypto scams and in the market today? Everybody's been basically prone to it, heard of it, it's around. Why? Because crypto scams, they operate in an area where everything is unregulated, right? Crypto is still till today unregulated. And no matter how much regulation is coming into force, but most of the crypto sphere is still unregulated, especially in decentralized exchanges. So what does that mean? That means that if you send your crypto to an unknown source, it's almost impossible for you to get your money back. That is an unfortunate a result of the blockchain, where a lot of the transactions are just not known. The other party that is receiving the tokens that you're sending, you just don't know them. You don't know there's no KYCs on the addresses. So that's why scammers love dealing in crypto. Even if you make credit card transactions, you can't get them back, right? There is no mode or jurisdiction in which, at least till date, in which you'll be able to get your crypto back. And a few examples of popular crypto scams which we'll be getting involved in are hacked influencers, fake ICOs or initial coin offerings. You have lots of phishing scams through phishing websites or profiles. And then you have your usual pump and dumps, which have always been around since the very early days of crypto. So we'll also be going into some common red flags on how to prevent yourself from the crypto fraud, such as, you're looking at the unrealistic returns, if they're promising crazy 1,000x returns in a span of a few days. You look at the team, the white paper, and so on. So we'll be looking into those, as well as the most popular types of crypto scams and how to prevent them. So let's move on. what is a crypto scam? Before we talk about what that is, let's just in general talk about what a scam is, right? Because most of it involves you sending money or the investor sending tokens or money to somebody in return for nothing, right? So let me repeat that. A scam involves typically you sending tokens or money in exchange for nothing, right? So the way that a lot of scammers in crypto get that to be done is that they trick you into paying for a service that they never provide or a token that they never provide. They hijack and influence social media accounts. They request small payments in crypto to prove that you are legitimate. So some KYCs are there, right? They claim to be founders and they sell you the crypto that doesn't really exist. And finally, as we mentioned, they promise quick riches, the Lambo, the watch, all that stuff in a matter of a few days, if not minutes. So all of these happened very much in the bull cycle, and they happen usually in bull cycles. So if you look at the 2017 crypto bull cycle, the most popular type of scam was the fake ICOs, right? The fake ICOs, that's when people came to realize, oh, look, Ethereum made a 10,000x or however much it made back in that cycle. Other companies said, okay, well, we wanted to be the next Ethereum or the Ethereum killer. So they came up with all kinds of bogus projects with, white papers that were never really based on fundamentals. And a lot of people were scammed of millions of dollars. And you can find many of those projects available on the CoinMarketCap or CoinGecko today, just basically lying there dormant, doing nothing, right? Almost rug pulled. So here are the types of crypto scams. You have the hacked influencer. So hacked influencers are typically very popular people, celebrities like Elon Musk, for example, right? People will create fake accounts for these celebrities and influencers, and they will just go off and market whatever token that they please. So here it was mentioned that Elon Musk accounts alone have stolen over $2 million in crypto, according to CNBC. So we talked about fake ICOs. We have phishing scams. These are scammers posing as government agencies or customer service representatives, and they ask for your account information, right? This is a very popular phishing scam that happens over Telegram or Discord. You will find lots of fake administrators of Telegram or Discord accounts asking for your account information and your private keys. You have fake NFTs. That is actually quite interesting for those that are into the NFT space, where if you buy an NFT, the NFT must be associated with the author. The author of that NFT is the one that is actually made the NFT available for minting. So what happens is a lot of scammers know, okay, well, this NFT project is available and it's very very highly priced, or it's in high demand. So a lot of authors will, fake authors will go and copy that NFT as JPEG, and then they'll just sell it, put it on the marketplace. And a lot of people will be led to believe that that is the real NFT, especially if it's at a lower price. You have fake exchanges. Now, this is something that I know people firsthand that got scammed out of fake exchanges. So a lot of scammers would actually copy the entirety of a web page or an exchange, everything, the look and feel of it, and then they'll just change the web domain slightly, right? So if it's Binance, it'll be Binance with a double E or with a double I. And they will post those websites as Google ads, right? So that if you Google it, the first thing that will come up is that promoted Google ad, and they'll pay a lot of money just to promote those websites. So the first thing that you'll do, if you're unaware, if you haven't, taken care, is that you will click on those websites, you log in with your username and password, and you will probably get scammed because they will take all your crypto through your account information. And then you have developers reaching out to you on Telegram with a direct message. So we mentioned that for when they verify your identity. So if you give them your private keys, if it's on DeFi or God forbid on your cold wallet storage, then they'll be able to access your crypto. So the first thing that you'll gain access to, as far as sort of potential scammers are concerned, is that if you check up any YouTube video, you will find a graveyard of people pretending to be the crypto YouTuber himself, and they'll try to entice you into making big gains by following them on Discord or messaging them over WhatsApp. So those are usually the first type of scammers that you'll see, but those are the easiest to prevent. Another type of scam, and this is something which is a little bit more advanced in nature, this is the rug pull. Rug pulls do come in many forms. If I can simplify what a rug pull is that if I am the founder of a project and I have minted my own tokens, let's say I minted my Ahmed tokens, right? And I said those Ahmed tokens are valuable and they come at a price. I will go out to investors and I will say, we'll tell the investors to add liquidity to my project by sending a valuable token such as a Bitcoin, Ethereum, or a USDT. They'll send it over to fund or to add liquidity to my project, and in exchange, I will give them my worthless token. Why would I say it's worthless? Is because the liquidity is given in return to that token. But if I, as the founder of the project, rug pull or remove or liquidate the Ethereum, Bitcoin, USDT, you will be left with my worthless Ahmed token. And that is basically what a rug pull is. And you will find it coming in many forms. So a lot of projects during the bull market have been slowly rug pulled, meaning the founders held an enormous amount of shares or tokens, percentage of the tokens, so they could have over 50% of those tokens. And they just waited for the bull cycle to reach an all-time high. And as soon as the bull cycle reached an all-time high, they started, the founders at least, and the people around the founders, they started slowly but surely selling off their tokens. And you will find in a lot of situations that there is no type of support level for these tokens. They keep going down and down and down until they reach a 99% drop. So that is when you can realize that a project has been essentially rug pulled by the founders themselves. And a way in which you can find that out, or to find out exactly whether the founders have a large stake into a project, is that you can actually go on Etherscan or BSC scan, and you can check the relative percentage holdings of these contract addresses. So here we have also different types of rug pulls. Of course, I mentioned yanking liquidity, developer selling the shares, and the third one is a very, very unfortunate one, is actually not allowing investors to sell the shares back to the exchange. So this is a typical, not a typical, but this is a very unfortunate type of rug pull, which happened at the height of the bull market. If many of you may recognize, you have the Squid Game token. If anybody remembered the Squid Game video, the TV show that came out on Netflix, it was extremely popular. And at the height of its popularity, some person, I don't know who it was, developed a Squid Game token. And within a span of a few hours, that Squid Game token has pumped up like I don't know how many 1,000%. But you can see that the way that token has been rug pulled, it went to zero in an instant. So that was your obvious case of a rug pull. And I forgot to mention something also with regards to influences. Here we have also an article where Kim Kardashian and Floyd Mayweather are being sued by investors over an alleged crypto scam. So you don't have to have a hacked influencer. You could have an influencer that you are following, and they can also be shilling you some crypto coins. I mean, I've seen that happen, and it's happening still till today. And there's a very famous YouTuber by the name of Jake Tran, who has recently been exposed as also shilling tokens, despite the fact that he himself is a YouTuber that tries to inform people about rug pulls and crypto scams. It's just absurd, and it's everywhere. So you have to keep your eyes open for crypto scams at all times if you're getting involved in something beyond Bitcoin and Ethereum. So let's talk about how to prevent yourself. So or how to spot and prevent yourself from these scams. So how to spot them? So there's essentially a few a few elements that you have to understand when it comes to spotting a crypto fraud. So first of all, if a crypto project that has no fundamentals or promises high returns is most likely one that is a scam, right? Not every project has to be a crypto project. Some projects don't necessarily need to be a crypto project. They can be just a brick and mortar. Not every project needs to get on the blockchain. So if there's a Ponzinomics type of effect to it, that's probably a scam. So you could isolate some Ponzinomics so you can understand, okay, well where is the money coming from? Where is it going? And how are you going to be getting these returns? The returns won't be coming from thin air. This is what happened to rebase tokens or DAOs. A lot of decentralized autonomous organizations in crypto were actually Ponzinomics. If anyone has heard of the Time Wonderland crypto, that was essentially a Ponzinomics. So the Squid Game token also was being discussed. We have also no white paper. If there is no white paper in a project or limited understanding of what the project is about in the white paper, it's also very likely to be a scam. If the team is faceless, so if the team, you can't find them over Twitter or if they have no digital footprint whatsoever, it's a big red flag, right? If the website doesn't look good, if it looks like it's just been sort of, zombified and done up in a matter of 5 minutes, then that's also shady. I also mentioned that you could log on to Etherscan or BSC scan, depending on where the crypto is being, or where the token is being hosted, on which blockchain. But you could paste the contract address of the token and find out how much of the holdings how much of the holdings are being actually held with the founders, right? So it'd be a red flag if the top 10 wallets of the crypto hold a majority amount of the token. There are websites in which you could just literally copy and paste the contract address, and you'll be able to find out whether, as much as possible, whether the crypto is a scam or not. One of them is whatthefork.xyz, is an interesting pun. But one that I personally use is tokensniffer.com. Tokensniffer.com is actually well known, and there's another one called Watchtower. There's also another one where a lot of projects right now are accumulating audit certifications, right? So a popular one is the Certic audit, where the audit basically talks about all types of technicalities with regards to the project. How much is being how many tokens are being held in the treasury, or how much is being locked up for, and so on. And it's important not to just see that the project has been audited. It's important to actually read the audit report, because sometimes the audit report will actually highlight some red flags and that you may not be comfortable with, right? That most people, or if you had a crypto advisor, they may advise you not to invest in a particular type of project. So it is important to read the audit report. If you don't understand it, seek an advisor, seek somebody that can help you understand the report for you. Also, check if the developer's wallet has a multi-signature. So multi-signature wallet for the developer means that the developer or the founder of the project cannot liquidate any of their tokens without prior approval of other members, right? So more than 3 signatures is probably best. Now, how to prevent them? I will basically use my own experience as well as experiences of other experts. So use a VPN at all times. No, VPN is not illegal in the UAE unless you're using it for something illegal. So you can use a VPN, all right? And at the same time, go incognito, right? So the idea is for you not to leave any trace or so that cookies can follow you or anything like that, right? Especially if you have a DeFi wallet. So if you're working on decentralized exchanges, and if you are using a Google Chrome, and if you are using a DeFi wallet such as MetaMask, have 2 different MetaMask accounts. Use a dummy account so that you can start logging, signing into different exchanges and platforms. You never know what you're signing into if it's not trusted. use multiple centralized exchange accounts. So don't rely on just Binance or FTX, right? So try to put your crypto in multiple exchanges. Just God forbid, whatever could happen, because we are still living in an unregulated environment. So Binance is still, going through regulation in multiple jurisdictions, and so is FTX or KuCoin. When you search for a crypto, always go through CoinGecko or CoinMarketCap. I personally like to use CoinGecko, and then you could take the contract address of the crypto using CoinGecko and paste it onto your DeFi exchange or whatever type of search that you'd want to do on that contract address itself, right? Don't go off and copy it from any other source on Google. Lastly, and most importantly, this has been a resounding a theme across the crypto industry in the past 6 months, which is not your keys, not your crypto. What does that mean? That means if you do not have a cold wallet storage, right, means at any point in time, your crypto is subject to risk of being, taken up or hacked or removed, right? Either from a DeFi wallet or from a centralized exchange. The sure method of you being 100% secure with your crypto is by putting it through a cold wallet storage. And the most popular one is Trezor, right? I think there was another one, there's another cold wallet storage, which I don't remember now, but Trezor is a very, very popular one. So definitely get yourself a cold wallet, or more than one cold wallet if you can. It's just it's a tiny USB stick, and it doesn't cost much, and you could use it and go with it anywhere you like. So this is pretty much the end of the 15-minute session. So we'll be open to a Q&A, and please ask me anything, guys.
Thank you, Ahmed. Those are very life-saving tips indeed. If you are interested in investing in crypto, or you are a crypto holder, that session is definitely for you. So there's a question. This is a question amongst people who are vested into crypto. So in case of any scam or any problem, what is the first thing that they should be doing? And is there any way of reporting it to any entity or anybody or any organization?
Give me the scenario. What does it look like? How did you get scammed?
This is just a very generic
question. Okay, fine.
Yeah.
So let's say...
So maybe your money is lost in the wallet.
If your money is lost in the wallet?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, if it is lost, then there are apps that you could log into to find the where your crypto is. Sometimes, yes, you could lose it, right? There's an app called Zerion that actually tracks all the crypto that is in your wallet, so you can actually find it there. But if you got scammed, so let's say, someone came to me and said, "Hey, listen, I'll give you a USDT. Just give me some cash," right? And I saw that person face to face, or I didn't, and I sent him money, and they didn't give me the USDT. The one thing that can be done is that if I don't know their account, and if I don't know their name or anything like that, let's say I sent them, Bitcoin, right? I sent the Bitcoin to the contract address. So the best thing to do at that point is not report it to the police. First of all, get something called an expert report from a blockchain company, a blockchain security, or a crypto, what's it called? A crypto forensic company, right? So they will trace the asset to where it's gone to, that wallet, and who that wallet belongs to if they can, right? And what you should be doing after that is basically, informing the authorities, informing Binance, all these centralized exchanges, as well as the local authorities that this address has scammed me out of my coin or whatever, right? At the very minimum, they'll put a hold or a suspension on that account, at the very minimum. And then what happens afterwards is that they'll begin searching for the holder of that account, okay, which takes a lot of time. I mean, there is one case of a couple that scammed about $4 billion out of people, but and the FBI found the wallet. They suspended it for 4 years, and until they realized that only recently that the wallet there was some activity in the wallet, and that was the time where they were able to arrest
So they're under surveillance in that case.
So it takes a long time. It's not easy, but with regulation, it'll get better over time. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Is there any other questions? Let me just check. Any questions from the audience? So we are looking at the live audience, and yes, so far there's no question. I think you covered everything.
I covered a lot, but there are so many types of, events that could happen at any moment, right? People can scam you over Instagram. I mean, I had a very unfortunate incident happen to me only recently.
Okay, so this is a personal
very,
experience.
very personal incident,
Okay.
yeah. And this would happen like a 1 in a billion chance, a 1 in a billion, right? Because one of my very, very close friends, like she's a best friend, right? So she actually works with one of the crypto projects, right?
Okay.
And she kept pushing me to get on their Telegram group.
Okay.
And I said, listen, I don't like using Telegram. I hate it. It's, every time I open it, it's just jam-packed of, all types of, activity, scammy and shilling activity and stuff. I don't like it. She's like, no, get on it. It's good, right? You get to learn a lot. I'm like, okay, fine. So on that particular moment, I got on Telegram and, I was messaging her on WhatsApp. And then I got on Telegram. And then the same person, my friend, messaged me over Telegram as well. Same, like immediately at the time I signed up to the group. And she then proceeded to ask me for a $500 loan. She said, I need to send a loan to a friend of mine in the Ukraine.
Don't tell me you believed her.
Right? Of course I did.
Oh my God.
Right? I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll send it to you right away.
Okay.
Right? I mean, it's my friend. Right. I mean,
Okay.
she is the admin on this Telegram group, and she's so and so. Right. Why did I have any reason not to believe? And I did. And then I took a screenshot, and as soon as I sent it, I realized actually this might be a scam. And then I sent the screenshot to my friend over WhatsApp. She's like, no, that's not me.
Oh
right.
my God.
She had her picture and everything. Right. It was all legit. Like as far as it sounded.
But maybe for you, it also happened like an impulse. Just want to help someone.
Yes. They basically use your emotions,
Yes,
right?
yeah,
They say,
relations.
I have a friend in the Ukraine.
They engineer
My
your-
wife is Ukrainian, so I got a soft spot for Ukraine. It all worked out perfectly at that spot, right?
Yeah.
And that's why I said it cannot happen again. But they play with your emotions conveniently to their cause, right? And there's no way for you to find that because again, on Telegram, everybody's anonymous. You won't be able to trace, whoever the person is. So that is a, $500, fine. But, since then, I actually stopped using Telegram. I said, I'm done. I'm not going to, subscribe to any of these groups and stuff. I'm not interested.
That's a hard lesson to learn. Yeah.
But you see, it happens even, to someone who's supposedly aware of these things.
Yeah, but I think, a lot of people think about getting scammed in crypto and Web3, but it also happens in Web2. It happens even in normal relationships and all that stuff. So
Yes.
it's everywhere. So these illicit activities are just everywhere.
Correct.
Yeah. So since we don't have any questions from our audience, we just want to thank everyone. Of course, Ahmed, thank you so much for your time with
Thank
us
you.
today. And to everyone who is watching us live, all our live audience, thank you so much for your time. And on behalf of Disruptive Focus, have a great day ahead.
Excited.